What's going on, guys? Today is Sunday, December 18th. Hunting out here on this public land spot, late season rut. Deer really getting fired up in here. Seen a lot of chasing and fighting, pictures and videos in the last 2 or 3 days. Nothing giant. I have that one tall 8-pointer 4 days ago was with a doe on camera, probably 800 or 1,000 yards from here. But that's the last picture of a big deer. A couple nice deer in here. Hopefully one of the big ones will come through. I'm hunting the transition area out of a huge bedding thicket back here. I knew it was thick looking on the map, but it's actually huge. It's probably like 40 or 50 acres of privet hedge. I mean, it's giant. And I think the deer are just going in there and bedding and laying up all day long. And it's probably why there's so many rubs and scrapes right here at the edge of this little pinch. So, man, I can't say enough good things about the saddle. This is my third time hunting here, my third move. I was over there on the red oak, white oak hill, thinking they might be coming out of there feeding. Well, it turns out they're all coming through up here. So when I hunted the other day, I moved about 60 yards and was right down in the bottom. And all the deer right here to my right and up behind me under all these pin oak trees that are dropping acorns. They're dropping little black acorns. So honing in, getting closer and closer to them. I can put the saddle up super easy and just hunt wherever and get off the ground. I do not like hunting on the ground at all. Have very little success with that. And so I'm able to get up here in this tree. I'm in a pretty good spot. The deer are filtering out of this hill right here to me and either turning right and coming down through here, turning left and going up this road. Most of them are going up that way. So I wanted to be close enough to shoot that. I haven't seen a shooter come by yet, but I wouldn't have been able to shoot any of the deer that were even up on this little flat spot and above. So definitely needed to get closer. I got a little bit of a funky wind. It was supposed to be blowing straight down this bank here, which I don't expect any deer to come from. Be a great wind blowing out over that water, and instead it's a little more north and it's kind of blowing over this little hill right here a little bit. So because of that, with it being chasing and during the rut, I'm gonna use some scrape juice, doing estrus heat plus, just spray it right here on the tree, even though that has bit me in the butt in the past, having deer come right to the base of my tree. But I'm gonna do it again anyway like a dummy, because I didn't realize the wind was not great until I got here. So anyway, hopefully it'll be a good evening. We got real cold temps. It's about 45 right now, going to be 40 at dark, and going to be in the below freezing the next few mornings. So definitely be back in here over the next couple of days, trying to get one of these late season, late rut bucks on the ground. So y'all stay tuned. Got a good buck coming right here, I think. across the hill like they all have done. And then he like stood in the same place for a long time, never moved. I saw a doe over here, and then I finally spotted a doe up here. He went up there with that doe, and I thought she was in heat, because she was like hunkered down and like cowering down below him. And then she kind of ran around here, and then this doe down here come across up top. And then the buck went over the hill there. There was several more deer up there. And then he kind of messed around with them, and those first two does started coming down the hill. And I guess I got busted by one of them when I was trying to figure out what was going on, and she like stomped. And then the doe he was after come down the hill, and he was behind her. So the doe that was stomping went across, the doe that was with her initially went across, the doe he was chasing went across, and then he come down the hill behind her. And so I get my boat out, get my camera, all that stuff, and I watched those does go out of sight over there. I guess they went out of sight and got on this main road. That's quiet, doesn't make any noise. And all walked right here, because he's coming down the hill at like 50, and I kind of like readjusted or something like this. And then one of them blows, and they take off running, and there's like 6 deer. There was 3, and then there was 6. I guess they just didn't make any noise. I mean, they were like 50 yards over here. And then so they all went up the hill, just trotting off. And then he stood here for like 10 more minutes and then just walked behind them. And he's already assuming something's funky because the does ran, so I didn't even try to grunt or do anything. I just left it alone. Maybe I can come back in here in the morning and get another crack.